The next day, after another challenging day at Monster High, the gang found themselves lounging in the cozy student lounge. The atmosphere was a mixture of exhaustion and relief as they flopped onto couches, grabbed snacks, and finally took a breath. That math test was brutal. Clawdeen groaned, tossing her bag onto the floor and slumping into a chair. I still don't know if I calculated the voltage correctly in that science lab, Frankie Stein added, sparks crackling lightly from her bolts as she leaned back. Mr. Hackington looked so confused. Brains, Julia muttered in agreement, tapping away on her tablet, no doubt trying to solve a complicated math equation. Heath Burns, of course, was less worried about academics. Who cares about tests? I nailed my fire trick in gym class. Did you see the flames? He threw his arms up triumphantly. Yeah, and almost set the bleachers on fire. Torale shot back, crossing her arms with a smirk. If I wasn't so fast, you'd be expelled by now. Lagoona Blue was sprawled out on a beanbag, shaking her head. It was hot out there today, mate, and I don't mean Heath's flames. We all need a beach day. I second that. Claude Wolf howled, high-fiving Lagoona. This whole day was one big stress bomb. Twyla, sitting quietly in the corner, pulled her hoodie tighter. At least we survived. That's what counts, right? Draculaura giggled, sipping from her pink smoothie. Yeah, but I can't believe Cleo still made us study hieroglyphs after all that. Cleo de Nile, of course, was lounging in style, polishing her nails. Please, darlings, you all need to understand the importance of history. And the legacy of royalty. Besides, it's not that hard. She flicked her hand dismissively. Deuce Gorgon chuckled, adjusting his shades. Yeah, says the girl who's literally from ancient Egypt. Emma, the Down syndrome Barbie doll, waved enthusiastically from across the room. I liked learning about history today. Cleo, you're a good teacher. Cleo beamed, obviously pleased. See, Emma gets it. Catty Noir was busy tuning her guitar, her silky voice humming along with a quiet tune. I dunno about you guys, but music helped me survive today. I had a song stuck in my head during the test and it kept me calm. Music, huh? Venus McFlytrap said, stretching out her arms. Maybe we should do something fun now that we're done with all that school stress. How about a jam session? Or we could plant something together. She smiled, clearly eager to get outside and interact with nature. Abby Abominable leaned back, her cool demeanor unfazed by the day's chaos. Perhaps we need some ice cream to cool off. All stress melt away with something sweet and cold. Stacie, who had been quietly watching the group, suddenly perked up. You know what? I think Abby's right. After a day like today, we totally deserve a treat. How about we hit up the ice cream shop? Clawdeen sat up straight. I'm down. Let's get out of here. As they started to gather their things, Heath Burns jumped up. Yes. More ice cream and maybe I can melt my cone into something epic. Just don't burn the place down, okay? Torale warned, rolling her eyes as she grabbed her jacket. The group laughed as they headed toward the door, ready to leave behind the madness of the school day. Deuce wrapped his arm around Cleo, who continued to lecture about the benefits of ancient knowledge. And who knows, maybe we'll run into something weird on the way, Deuce said with a grin. Venus shook her head with a smile. With us, weird is the norm. As they walked out together, the day's stress began to melt away, and for the first time in hours, they all felt a little more alive. Ready to embrace whatever hijinks awaited them next.